Hey everybody, are you nervous?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me what topic is?
Ruby Bridges.
Okay, who is the first presenter? You? Okay, can you tell me your names?
Alice.
Alice,
Jenny.
Jenny,
Robert.
Robert,
Joanne.
Joanne,
Candy.
Candy,
Max.
Max.
Laura.
Okay, you guys are ready?
Yes.
So let's start.
I read a book named Ruby Bridges Goes to School in the English class. After reading that book, I wondered if there is segregation among us. I remembered of when I was in the third grade. My friends treated a friend differently. I felt bad because my friends had discrimination to one of my friends. After reading this book, I thought that she would be suffered from segregation. If I had Ruby, I would have had a hard time with racism. I hope that segregation would disappear forever. I read a book about Ruby Bridges in the English class. In this book, I felt so bad because the Ruby have got segregation in a new school for white people. I remembered of the scene that I had seen someone had a segregation while reading this book. When I was in the first grade, 3 boys who have some jelly gave other boys their jelly because they didn't like girls. That made me upset. If I had jelly, I would have given jelly to all my friends. I read the book about Ruby Bridges. I was shocked. She found it difficult to go alone to the school for white children. I didn't like that the people in the town approved of segregation with them laughing. Also, I do not know why white people discriminate black people. If I were white people, I would do segregation to black people. I hope that we would have no discrimination in our society. I read Ruby Bridges going to school at school. Ruby Bridges is black. When she was young, there was a lot of racism. Like Ruby, boys told me I couldn't play with them because I was a girl. I didn't feel very good about it. But when Ruby was younger, white people made fun of black people like they were playing with them. I think I would have been scared if I were Ruby. I hope that racism will stop now. After I read this book, I found that there were a lot of segregation at that time. If I wore Ruby Bridges, I would be so scared. If some people had been discriminated from other people, I would never do segregation. I felt so sad that Ruby was discriminated because of her skin. I hope not to have any segregation next time.
In the English class, I read the book Ruby Bridges Goes to School. Her town had segregation between black people and white people. If I were Ruby Bridges, I would be very scared and fearful. I once had the same experience as her. When I forgot to bring the thing that I promised to get for the friends. They were very angry, so they told me bad words. And then they played together without me. I hope that we don't have segregation anymore.
I read a book called Ruby Bridges Go to School in the English class. Ruby is an African American. I got to know that Ruby was suffered by segregation. If I were Ruby, I would feel sad and scary. I hope that the discrimination would disappear forever.
Everybody line up. Attention. Bow.